What are you looking for, Ma?
Well, I'm looking for a circle due south. I'm looking for a circle due north. And that will bisect the Dingo fence going along here, which is going east-west. These circles from the air are a little micro vegetation thing which stand out very strongly in the desert. In each one of these things, apparently that's where the animals rest, the dingoes rest.
I was in awe of it, I think, fascinated by it. But I felt very unsophisticated because I didn't know anything about it. That was the first time I'd sort of been further west than Penrith. That was, I felt very presumptuous even trying to start understand it. And I think that was reflected in what I did. Well, attitude, but that's part of the real interest in coming up here. We came up here with city attitudes, and we find people who've got just equally valid reasons for disliking the dingo, the same way that we think it's or not necessarily bad on a social level, but over a period of time, it's probably a mistake to build dingo fences.
We'll be using the camera a lot for the macro view, looking at the vastness of Australia down to how big the dingo fence is, which just gets smaller, down into with the bellows. We'll be looking very closely at, say, the cane grass roots. So that's sort of a play of macro and micro. Two energy sources which are very important universally and particularly out here is the sun, which is forever present, and the other one, the wind, which we feel all the time. Mm. Now this is very quickly what I have in mind. Today I made of stone, over. Alright. I think probably most axes are made of steel or some kind of metal today because it's very strong and can stay very sharp. But have a look on page 7.
Pedestrians for
driver, never took a test. Oh yeah, once upon a time in the West. Yes, and it's no use saying that you don't know nothing. It's still gonna get you if you don't do something. Sitting on the fence, that's a dangerous cause. You can even catch a bullet from the peacekeeping force. Even a hero gets a bullet in the chest. Oh yeah, once upon a time in the West.
I mean, I think it was fascinating that I find the Dingo a very romantic sort of character, and that's entirely different to the conception they have of it up there. For instance, that much be coloured by the experience I have, or the second-hand experience of the American West. And I think the Dingo. Trouble in the land of plenty. Tell me how we're gonna do what's best. You get it. Once upon a time in the West. Oh yeah. Once upon a time in the West. Oh yeah. Once upon a time in the West.
Insights into the nature of the world about me, my fellow men and myself, my own identity, and hopefully other human beings will be able to look at this particular work and perhaps see something in a manner that is fresh and hopefully new.
Skylab fell on Australia. Mr. Hawke took the first step into Parliament. Gold fever struck the international exchanges. The hazards of nuclear energy were brought home to us by the accident at Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Lord Louis Mountbatten became the IRA's most celebrated victim, and a confidant of the royal household was named as the fourth man in the Philby spy ring. Punk rocker Sid Vicious died of an overdose. President Boumediene of Algeria died. Ari Neve was killed by an IRA car bomb. And we also lost Michael Wilding, Gracie Fields, Nicholas Montserrat, Mary Pickford, Albert Marcuse, and Conrad Hilton. But the year was to end as it began, with the crisis in Iraq.
Is out. Lily has struck again to finish off this test match. England all out for 417. Another great performance there by Lily to see the end of England. And Australia triumphing by a margin of 45 runs. Well, deserved victories here. This very, very historic occasion.
Our Toowoomba reporter Adrian Scott said this brought welcome relief to some of the state's worst drought-stricken pastoral areas. Only light rain is falling in the state's badly affected grain belt, where most of the summer crop planting is facing ruin unless heavy rain falls within the next week or two. Meanwhile, the Condamine River Irrigators Association has called for a federal inquiry into how Commonwealth funds are spent.
Of a dog was entirely levels or in fact none at all. That we created in the sand, if you like.
RP Timber, 19DXN Tara Lake, 19KT.
Will advise later, and I will keep appointment, due rain, and I will keep appointment, due rain. Will advise later, will advise later.
Unable to keep appointment.
Well, we heard about this in Tibbabar, and there was you know, we had some invitations, and it didn't actually say what it was, and we were sort of going around trying to find out what it, you know, what was going on, and they said you were going to blow the border fence up with dynamite. Wasn't that the story, Margaret?
Yes, that's true, yes. That's what we heard, yes.
Nature sculptors or something, but the more we asked, sort of, the least we could find out, and we became so very intrigued with the whole thing. We just sort of couldn't get out quick enough, you know. It just it's something exciting, and I think we didn't really have any idea what we were going to see actually when we got here, but you know, walking around talking to the fellows, I think it's really interesting, don't you, Margaret?
I think it's quite interesting, yes, especially the homestead and whatever that gadget is up there about the wind, yes.
Beautiful day. Howdy. A lovely day, isn't it? And this is your humpy, is it? Oh, we got the rainwater tank and all running off here, have we? Yes, very interesting. And I see your windmill fell down, so you don't work, eh? Bad luck about that. And what's this all about?
I don't know. It just seems silly to me. Ridiculous. I don't know. You just explain and I still don't see any sense in it.
I don't know. That's all pretty good.
Yeah. I thought it was a nice day out. Come up here, something different. No, I don't know. I still don't understand it properly. I can't really see any sense in it. I'll say I enjoyed it. I thought it was really stupid, you know, stand out here on a windy day, sleeping out in the cold, and then go and doing something like this. But still, it's better than sitting home baking cakes all day, isn't it? You know, it's an outing. Get a free beer.
And round the back of this humpy here, I've got a little tip too.
Object on the pedestal in the gallery is totally self-contained. It has nothing to do with the context. I think this gets back to the thing why we call it environmental art. We don't distinguish the object from the content. And I don't think even the more traditional formal artists, if they thought about it, they could do it either. In the sense of the minute you put something in a gallery, that is a very special environment. That same object is a local tip.
Transferred in our minds to a particular environment because we were treating the desert as an area upon which we were going to create an art. But don't you? Transferred in our minds to a particular environment because we were treating the desert as an area upon which we were going to create an artwork. By doing that, we put a construct on it which changed our attitude towards the fence, and that's why I was always tempted to think of it visually, because I think in thinking about art, I'm primarily visual, I think. But we were continually brought back to reality by social interaction. So I remember that he was talking in those sort of visual terms, because I think it's
very strongly every time I go to the Outback is just sort of how irrelevant art is, in the sense that the problems of the Outback, well, everywhere in society, but in the Outback in particular, it's just a non-event. And the arrogance of the artists going there and posing these types of questions, where there are much more serious things going, is sort of cultural overlay, which is inappropriate for that type of environment. And then that's gestural thing. If we shoot dingoes, why not shoot an artist? It's quite a strong statement.
Once upon a time in the West. Oh yeah. Once upon a time in the West.
Because the mud was over here and